Good morning, everyone. I'm a little bit early. It's only 1 minute past 8. Just enjoy the music. I'm hoping that's not too loud. And setting up. And I apologise for last night, running a bit late with Joe, who did the beautiful Nidra. I hope you all slept well after that. So once that joined, I'll enjoy the recorded one on the page today. We had a couple of little technical issues for some reason. My Zoom would not work. I had to fix it all this morning and re-download it. While I'm early, I'm going to just draw one of my Violet lesson cards. Today I drew perfect. Perfect. It's got a beautiful nautilus shell on the card. I miss walking the beaches of New Caledonia and seeing those such gorgeous shells and sea creatures. Perfect. Perfect is as good as it can possibly be, having all the required or desirable elements, qualities, or characteristics to achieve perfection. Interpretation, being happy doesn't mean that everything is perfect. It means that you've decided to look beyond the imperfections. Anonymous. So perfect. So yes, good reminder. You don't have to be perfect in yoga. We're honouring our bodies. We are moving through the journey of yoga. And as one quote that I often say in yoga, you are the painter, the canvas, you're all one in yoga. So what time have we got? 8:06. And to see if anyone's online. Oh, good morning, Galen. Hi, Penny. Morning, Maya. By the way, I worked out, and I'm hoping you can hear the music if anyone let me know. Worked out how to have the music in the background of my computer, which sounds way better, I hope, than our normal little blurbs that we've been trying. We normally have our iPhones or our speakers next to us, and I know that over the 21-day challenge, music has been a little bit of a challenge. Some people like it, some people don't, but it's because of the quality of it too. So I'm just going to test it a little bit. If anyone could just let me know what you're hearing and if it's clear, it would be lovely. Okay, it's a little loud. Thanks, Galen. So I'm blasting you out, am I? All right, is that better? Good morning, Lisa. Thank you. Thanks, Galen. Hi, Richard. Good morning. It's so lovely to have you here, Richard. I met Richard on our boats in Stradbroke Island, and we spent some time together with him and his partner, his wife, and he practiced yoga with me on the grass with the kangaroos on Straddy. Awesome. Sorry that music was so loud. Yeah, it wasn't loud my end, but it's so hard to know. Just testing that out. I might turn that off now anyway. Stop share. So we have the beautiful Ebony back with us today, and Ebony has recorded her class this time because she had her audio was and her internet connection, she was hotspotting, so that wasn't really working really well for her last time. So she's recorded it for us all today so we can actually flow through it well. She has also asked, and she will mention at the beginning of the video too, that you have a couple of blocks and a blanket. And again, as we know, we all do not have blocks, but you can always use a thick book or a couple of books. So yeah, if you've got them, or if you haven't got a book or blanket or block at the moment, maybe it's time to go grab some. As I said, Ebony will mention it again shortly when I start her class, and maybe have some water beside you as well. So it's 8:10, so we're about 5 minutes early, so feel free to just be comfortable. Lie down on your backs, maybe. Sometimes it's nice just to roll around clockwise, anti-clockwise, and give the lumbar a nice little massage. If you want to do a few cat-cows yourself to wake up the body. Thank you, Caitlin. It has been a good morning, Tanya. Good morning, Gay. Hi, Belinda and Deb. Lovely to see you all here. Yeah, it's been thank you, Galen. It's been a very big learning curve. I was very lucky to have Deb pop in and do the very first test with me on Zoom, and I hadn't really done it again until midway through the challenge, because I was doing live Facebook, but as you saw, it wasn't as clear, my picture for you in the beginning. So that's why I switched after a couple of classes to the Zoom, because the quality was so much better and you can see me so much more clearer, which is better when you're trying to learn from a screen as well. You've got the dinghy life jacket to use as a block. Well done, very inventive, Galen. Yeah, so so thank you. Yeah, and I'm starting to work out the technical, as in the music. I've worked out how to put that, and thank you for telling me that it was a little bit loud, but yeah, it was obviously clearer. So for when most of us have learnt to teach to music as well, it enhances. For myself as a teacher, I know Ebony and Penny and everyone else, as you would have noticed, the recorded ones, we all have music to it. It helps me flow and teach as well. And as I said, we've always practiced and taught to music as well. So we all are very grateful that you've appreciated our music. That's been a little bit in and out at some times. So it's 8:12. So I will. I might start to play now. I'll switch across to Eb because she does have an introduction. So have a beautiful class. I'm here with you. I'm practicing with Eb too, and I'll see you all. Hi, Jill. Good morning. I'll see you all at the end of class.
Everyone. My name's Ebony. Welcome to your morning flow. This is a short practice I've created with limited space in mind. So maybe being in a hotel room, or if you are on a sailing yacht. The props that you'll need for today are 2 blocks and also a blanket. If you have anything extra for your Shavasana, please grab that, jumpers, eye pillows. We've still got a few minutes before we start, so I'll give you that free time to enjoy whatever it is that you like doing before your practice. So this class is created to leave you with a sense of expansion and spaciousness. So I've got some poses that I've created to allow you to feel really open. So let's begin. With whatever it is you like to do before you begin your class. I'll give you a couple more minutes before we get started. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shandaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shandaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shandaya Niralambaya Tejase So when you're ready, just slowly start to make your way wherever you are into a seated position. You might like to use your blankets just to help tilt the sit bones forward. So let's start to make ourselves feel comfortable in our seats. Just wiggle around on the sit bones until you find that nice place, tilting the pelvis slightly forwards. Before we move anywhere, just begin with a few nice big shoulder rolls. And now settle the shoulders away from the ears, relaxing the scapula down the back. Your palms may be face down if you're looking for groundedness this morning. Otherwise, face the palms up. This will give you some energy for your day. When you're ready, just begin to close down the eyes. And I want you to gently rock slightly forward and back. And noticing which area, which place feels good for you to settle in. So find your stillness, maybe that's a little bit forward, a little bit back. Generally it feels good if you settle backwards just that bit, allowing the spine to become long. So really ground down with the sit bones and feel that energy lifting up through the spine. Once you reach the back of the neck, allow the chin to slightly dip. Noticing that the shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. The energy rises up through the spine and out through the crown of the head. Drawing your awareness to your skin on your forehead. Just checking in, we tend to hold a lot of tension in this space. So begin to soften the skin on the forehead, particularly in between the brows. Relaxing the eyes, relaxing the lips, relaxing the jaw. Maybe you'd like to wiggle out through the jaw before you settle in stillness. And now all drawing our awareness to the belly. Breathing deeply into the belly as we notice the belly expand. And on the exhale, noticing how the belly softens and draws back close in towards the spine. Keeping and holding your focus in this space, the breath in the belly, the way that it moves through the body. We're here for just a little moment longer, so really drop in. Keep the focus on the breath. And when you're ready, gently flicker open through the eyes. Remove your blanket from out underneath you. We'll come over to our 4-point pose. Grounding down with the knees, so directly underneath the hips and hands directly underneath the shoulders. Variation of cat-cow. As we inhale, the belly drops and the head and heart lift. Find your exhale drawing the sit bones back towards the heels as the belly rounds. Moving with the breath, inhale, rise, head and heart lift. Exhale, drawing back, scoop through the belly. Rippling through the spine, moving with the breath. You have the option to close down the eyes here, really helping you get more deeply into the sensations in the body. Moving slowly, moving fluidly. One more round. Finding your neutral spine. Gently tucking in through the lower abdominals, so a gentle hugging in. We'll tuck through the toes and press back for our first downward dog. So hips rise high, draw the heels further towards the earth, press the thighs back. Really drawing the hands into the mat, allowing the energy to lift up and out through the sit bones. This is a moving downward dog for our first one, so allow yourselves to move in whichever way feels good for you. Maybe that's pedaling out through the legs, that may be coming up onto the toes and moving from side to side, coming onto the inner and outer knife edge of the feet. Now giving yourself that moment to settle into your stillness. Bend through the elbows slightly and draw the outer upper arms in, allowing the arms now to straighten. Rising to the toes, bend through the knees slightly and draw the lower ribs towards the thighs. Notice that height in the sit bone. Exhale and draw the heels back towards the earth, keeping the height in the sit bones. We'll repeat that 2 more times. On the inhale, draw high, bend through the knees, lower ribs towards thighs. Exhale, heels come towards the earth, sit bones high. 1 more round. Don't worry if the heels don't connect with the earth. They're just going for that same sensation of length and height. 3 breaths. On your next inhale, look to the hands and start to walk the feet in towards the hands. We'll find our ragdoll. So you can keep a slight bend in the knees if this feels good for you. And completely let go in this pose. We'll be here briefly. You have the option to hold on to the forearms, slightly rocking from side to side. Close down the eyes. Allow the head to hang heavy. Hands connect with earth. As we prepare to roll up through the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time, move with slowness, move with ease. The slower, the better. Once you reach the top, roll out through the shoulders. If you'd like to take a little shake out in your body, that always feels good for me, especially in the morning. Let's find our place in Tadasana. So moving to the front of the mat, the feet ground down, maybe hip distance apart or slightly together. Closing down our eyes and really feeling through this Tadasana, I want you to ground down, press down with the feet. As you allow the kneecaps and quadriceps to lift, feel them activate the legs. Slightly tuck through the tailbone and notice the energy rise up through the spine. Once you reach the shoulders, soften them away from the ears. Allow the lift to come up through the back of the neck and out through the crowns. Hands and arms relax by your sides. Now activate the fingertips. Feel what it feels like for them to be strong and active. Gently flicker open the eyes. Inhale, ready to flow, sun salutation A. Exhale, fold and dive. Inhale, find length from sit bone to crown. Exhale, stepping back, first round, chaturanga. So let's release down, knees, chest, chin. Roll the shoulders back before inhaling, rise up, cobra. Exhale, press back to knees, find down dog. 2 breaths. Rise to the toes, bend through the knees, look towards the hands and simply step forward. The inhale takes you to halfway lift. And exhale, fold, maybe bend knees. Inhale, rise, draw high. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more round. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. And exhale, stepping back. Full chaturanga is an option. Releasing down, elbows by our sides. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Open the chest, draw shoulders back. Exhale, press back, find down dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, stepping foot in between the hands. Dropping down, back knee. Left hand plants, right arm reaches sky high. Twist. This time, draw right shoulder back. Create some opening, some space. Exhale, right hand frames foot. Inhale, lunge deeply. Exhale, find half Hanuman. Flex through the foot, maybe keeping a slight bent knee. Draw the right hip back. Inhale to lengthen, reach chest forward. Exhale, lead with chest, fold. Inhale, lunging. Exhale, pyramid pose, fold and dive. Inhale, ground down, back knee. Taking the hands to the thighs, preparing for Vinyasa. Hands to hips, draw left hip forward, right hip back, find that symmetry. A slight tuck to the tailbone. So this action here, slight hugging in of the ribs towards the pelvis bone. Inhale, arms rise, soften shoulders away from ears. Exhale, interlace the hands, deep dive. Chest opens on the inhale. And exhale, fold, lift arms. Inhale, rise back up. Arms lift. Exhale, hands come to heart center, preparing for our twist. Left elbow comes to the outside right knee. Press the elbow into the knee and the knee into the elbow. Also the palms press to roll the top right shoulder open. Find your twist. Option to stay, otherwise come off the back knee if you'd like a challenge. If you're calling out for more, take the left arm down, right arm sky high. Exhale, plant hands. Step back, find down dog. Preparing for left side. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step and plant the left foot in between the hands. Now drop down back knee. This time placing the right arm down on the earth. Lift the left arm sky high. Okay, let's find that openness. So roll left shoulder back, open, lean back. Exhale, frame foot. Inhale, reach forward and lunge. Exhale, moving back for half Hanuman, flexing through the foot. A slight bend in the knee is okay. Inhale to lift the chest. And exhale, drive forward with the chest as you fold. Inhale, find that lunge deeply. And exhale, come off the back knee, find half Hanuman. Pyramid pose. Draw length and exhale to fold. Pressing down, back knee grounds. Taking the hands onto the thighs, finding half Hanuman. And Vinyasa, that's stuck in my head. Taking the hands to the hips, draw left hip forward back this time and right hip forward. It's like tuck to the tailbone. Inhale, lift the arms, shoulders soften away from ears. Exhale, interlace the hands the weird way. Lead with the chest as you inhale and exhale, fold. Inhale to rise back up, arms lift. Exhale, taking your hands to the heart. Twisting this side, right elbow to left knee. Make that connection, press them in towards one another. Pressing palms, rolling top shoulder back. Feel that space. So option to stay, otherwise come off the back knee for more. That third option for us is grounding down right hand, lifting left arm high. Planting the hands, pressing back, find down dog. Option 4, a Vinyasa. All meeting in downward facing dog. Let's take a short rest in child's pose, knees spread out wide. Draw the sit bones towards the heels, really ground down. Now soften in this child's pose. Become passive, arms are relaxed. We'll be here for just a moment, so completely drop in. Start to check in with the breath. As you draw life back into the body, start to rise. Tuck the toes, press back, down dog. Stepping right foot to outside right hand, lizard lunge. Foot is out on a 45-degree angle. If this feels quite intense for you, you can drop the back knee. Otherwise, let's start to floss out through the hip. So taking any movements that feel good for you. Close down the eyes, really connect with the sensations in the body. Clockwise and anti-clockwise circles always feels good for me. Now let's all drop down the back knee. Take the left hand to the upper corner of the left mat. Right hand comes into the inside right knee. Now press the knee away. Notice how this drives the right shoulder back and allows the chest to open. Drawing back into center. Lifting off the back foot. Should feel a nice quadricep here. Nice quadricep stretch. If you're still not feeling it, take the right hand behind you, grab a hold of the back foot, press the back foot into the hand. Notice how this creates that space, this opening. Again, feeling the stretch in the front quadricep of the left leg. Releasing right hand to earth. Let's shake out through the right leg for a moment. Lifting right leg high. Crooked dog. Stacking the hips, bending the knee, leaning back. Exhale, draw knee to chest. And now slowly and gently settle the right knee behind the right wrist. We'll come in for pigeon pose. So if you find this pose is quite intense for you, draw the heel back towards the pelvis. Otherwise, draw your foot further out. Flex through the foot if you are in this position. So a few key movements to set us up for this pose. Come up onto the fingertips. Look behind you, make sure that the left leg is tracking directly behind you. This pose is really intense. You can also take it side saddle, which is just taking the left leg out on a 90-degree angle. As you're up on the fingertips, move the right hip back slightly and the left hip forward so that we can feel this centered sensation in the hips. Take a nice deep inhalation, leading with your chest as you exhale. Start to come down onto forearms. For just a moment, take the left hand out to the top corner of your mat. Now press the palm into the earth and drive the right hip back. Notice the sensation in the hip. Taking it only to a degree to your edge. Draw back into center on the forearms. Now start to settle gently. Allow your deep breaths to release you further. I want you to come up onto your elbows. I've got a self-massage practice for you. So taking your thumbs and seeking out the inner brow, pressing up into this area. You'll notice it's quite sensitive, but this is a great tension relief, really good for any headaches. Moving out a little bit further, pressing here. Don't worry, don't think about, am I doing this right? Am I in the right place? If this feels good, you're doing it right. Trace the brow till you come to the temples and create small circles, so clockwise circles. Beautiful, tracing down the eye bone, coming back up, and create that once more. Feels so good. When you're finished, taking the hands back down to the floor. Gently starting to draw ourselves back up. As we come onto the right sit bones, working for Ardha Matsyendrasana, take the left leg over the right knee. Option to take the right leg out stretched if you feel a lot of sensation in this pose. Otherwise, draw that foot in, come up onto the fingertips for everyone and shift our sit bones gently over to the right, coming back down onto both sit bones. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, right arm rises. Now exhale, hold on to the left knee, draw it into the body and start to twist. Notice how the in-breath takes you to lift and lengthen. And the exhale allows you to soften so that your body naturally floats into the twist. No force or strain. Drawing back into center, taking the hands down to the earth, pressing back, finding down dog. Left side. Stepping left foot to the outside left hand. Lizard lunge. Foot is off to a 45 degree. Again, you have that option to drop the back knee. We're flossing out through the hip. So moving in whichever way feels good. Another great pose to close down the eyes and really feel into your own body. When you're ready, finding stillness, dropping down the back knee, right hand plants to the top right corner of the mat, left hand comes to the inside of left knee, press, repel the knee away, drive left shoulder back, open through the chest and the heart. Lean back. Exhale. Taking the hands back down to the earth, bend through back knee. And notice if you're feeling the stretch in the quadricep on the right leg. Option, take left hand behind you, press the foot into the hand, open and lean back. Exhale, hand comes back down to earth. Let's find that release in crooked dog. So stepping back, down dog, left leg rises, bend through the knee, stack the hips, opening, lean back. Exhale, drawing knee into chest before settling the knee behind the wrist. Pigeon pose prep this side. So take whichever option you took on the other side. The main thing is looking behind us, making sure the legs tracing behind, coming up onto the fingertips, drawing left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, start to dive. This time, we'll come up onto the elbows and massage out through the jawbone. So taking the pointer and middle finger and just gently start to massage into the jaw. We have a lot of intricate little muscles here that probably aren't getting worked as much as they usually do with all of that talking. You can create mini circles down the jawbone. But our main focus is really into that muscular tissue. Getting ready to finish up with our massaging. Taking the forearms back down to the earth. Settling down. And when you're ready, gently coming up onto the fingertips. This time settling over onto the left sit bones, drawing the right leg around. Again, taking the option that you did on the other side, but we'll all lift up onto the sit bones and take them over to the left. Right hand comes behind you, inhale, lift up, left arm lengthens. Exhale, find your place, drawing knee into chest. Inhale to gain length. And exhale, gently spiral the chest around, softening. Allowing the breath to take you where it needs to go. No force or strain. And gently drawing back to center. Let's find a brief Baddha Konasana. If you're quite open in the hips, feel free to draw the heels towards the pelvis. And if you find this pose quite intense, you can take the heels gently away. So hold on to the feet, lengthen in the chest, head and heart lift, and exhale, draw the chest towards the toes. So you'll notice I use the word lead with the chest a lot, because what we don't want to do is drive from the head. So you can see the rounding in the spine. A lot of people really want to get their head towards their toes. But what we want to do is create length and keep the spine straight and long. So if we bleed from the chest, you'll notice that my back stays straight. And over time, maybe we'll get there. Rising back up. We'll find some slight activation in the core. So working through Navasana boat pose. I'll have a few options for everyone. So to begin with, again, as soon as we start rounding in the spine, we've gone too far. We want to keep the chest lengthened, keep the back straight. So to come up onto the toes, reach the arms out. Maybe this is your Navasana today. Otherwise, if you can go a little further, lift the right leg, lift the left leg. Option to stay here, otherwise stretch out through the legs. We'll stay for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Releasing down across the toes. Lift off the sit bones, releasing out through the sacrum. And now let's find our way back onto our backs. Gently rolling down, we'll work through a few rounds of bridge pose before finding our final resting place. So take the feet to the earth, the arms are outstretched. You should just be able to tickle your ankles, the back of the heels. If you're not, you may already be. Lift up the sit bones first and tuck through the tailbone. Now place the sacrum back down to the earth. This is creating space in that lower spine. Pressing down with the feet, lifting the sit bones now. Interlace the hands, option to come up onto the shoulders, finding space in the chest. Really press down with the feet to launch the hips high. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale, releasing down, gently rolling through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Finding a short rest. Preparing to move, inhaling, pressing into the earth with the feet, lifting the hips. bridge pose. Press into the earth with the feet that little more. Notice how the hips lift. And if your knees have splayed out, draw them back into the midline. On the exhale, release. Rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Third and final round, a few options. You can come into Urdhva Dhanurasana, the full expression of bridge pose. So this is wheel pose. Otherwise, we'll be lifting one leg up at a time as we're in bridge. So inhale, find your practice where you're going to go. Lifting up. And now wherever you are, you can take this option, coming up onto the toes. Pressing the hips high, lift the right leg. Point through the toes, drive the foot high. Notice if the hips have sagged, really press them up to the sky. Exhale, releasing right foot down. Let's switch sides. Left leg lifts, you're doing great. Press hips high. And now exhale, releasing the feet to the earth. Gently draw the knees in towards the chest. Now press them slightly away so you connect with the sacrum to the earth. Then gently start to roll around, massaging out through the sacrum, that lower spine area. Now, a lot of times when we know we're headed towards Shavasana, the mind tends to wander onto maybe what we have to do for the day, or so just use your breath as your anchor to bring you back into the practice. Happy baby. As you press the feet up to the ceiling, draw the energy back down with the hands. You can move in this happy baby. And when you're ready, let's find yourselves in your Shavasana. So please, really important to take the time here for yourselves. Gather whatever props you may need to bring that comfort into your Shavasana. Take up as much space as you possibly can. I'll walk you through this Shavasana. So when you're settled in, I want you to draw your awareness to the skin on your forehead. So soften this skin. Notice particularly in between the brow, if you're holding any tension, really relax down this area. The eyes become heavy in their sockets. The cheeks, the jawbone, the lips, all soften. The shoulders, the chest, the belly, relax down, become heavy. The upper arms, the forearms, the hands and the fingers release down into the earth. The upper legs, the lower legs, the feet and the toes all become heavy. Release. Let go. Take rest. Drawing your awareness back into this room, back into your bodies, back into this space. Drawing the fingers across the thumb pads, awakening. Reeling out through the toes. Maybe even lifting your arms up overhead and stretching out as if you've woken up from the most amazing deep sleep. Drawing the knees into the chest, and if you've used a bolster, just rolling that away with your feet. Moving on to whichever side feels good for you. There's no rush. And when you're ready, keeping the eyes closed, keep your focus inwards. Gently start to draw yourselves back up to a seated position. So shift your weight slightly back. Take your right hand to your belly, your left hand to your heart. Allow that length to draw up through and out the crown of the head. Up in shoulders. Dip the chin slightly and just check in with yourselves. How are you feeling? Can you notice a difference from the beginning of class? Take your hands to heart center, keeping your chin slightly dipped, allowing the lips to curl up into a gentle smile. Feeling absolute gratitude for this practice. Feeling absolute gratitude for making the effort for yourselves today. Gently flickering open the eyes. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Thank you for coming to practice with me. I hope you go out into your day with that feeling of openness, like I spoke about at the beginning of class. I hope to see you on the mat again.
Thank you. Beautiful. Well, thank you everyone for joining Ebony and myself today. I did some slight modifications. Maybe you wouldn't have seen it in that small screen, but if you're watching this back on the recording just in pigeon, I laid down in supine. And if you were on the boat, with the sun salutations, I came down onto the knees just for a few moments as well. So those little slight modifications that help if you're in those small spaces as well. But it was absolutely a beautiful class. Always love being the student as well. I will see you all. That's beautiful. Thank you, Galen and Lisa. Okay, have a lovely day, everybody. And again, it's in midnight tonight, the special deal of $29.95 if you want to have all these videos to practice to when the challenge finishes, and 2 live classes from me and some other lovely things going on. So pop on that post that's in announcements and start your monthly subscription with me if that's where you want to be. Thank you, and have a beautiful day.